What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Before I get into this General Hospital video, I got some news. All my children news. David Canary, or Canary, who plays Adam Chandler, the legendary Adam Chandler, and Stuart Chandler, is going to be reprising his role as Adam Chandler. He just signed on with Prospect Park. And I got another piece of news. Susan Lucci, aka La Lucci, aka Erica Kane, will be back for the new All My Children. The thing is, she, as of this moment, she's going to be in one episode, as far as we know, because you know she got a new TV show coming out. So she's going to do one episode. And apparently the story plot is that Dixie and Adam's son, JR, is going to wake up from a coma. And this is going to be 5 years from the night he shot somebody in the tunnels in the series finale. So it's going to be 5 years from that. So I'm not sure where they're going to pick up from, and you know, but I'll keep y'all updated. Anyway, got stuff in my ear. Anyway, I love this episode. Certain parts of this episode I loved. All I can say about my boy John McBain, motherfucker, you better lawyer up. That's all I can say. You got two options. One, you better find Caleb. Two, you better get the most expensive lawyer. I understand John can't afford expensive lawyers, but you better get a hound dog. Because all that evidence they got up against you, it ain't looking good for you. I can tell you that much. It is not looking good for John McBain. And you can thank your evil twin for that. Because Caleb got him looking guilty as sin. I kind of felt bad for John McBain. Because we all know John ain't no damn killer. We all know that. John loves that badge. But the fact remains, you look guilty. But I bet you John believes this whole Caleb shit now. I don't know where they going with this storyline, but they kind of do need to wrap this shit up. Because I'm not a huge fan of this vampire stuff. So you kind of need to wrap it up and figure out where this is going. Anyway, Anna, Luke. I am so glad Anna came to her senses and decided not to, you know, go with Luke and decide to explore her relationship with Duke. I hate these names. Luke and Duke. My goodness. It's confusing at times, like, because you want to say Luke, but then you say Duke. Or you want to say Duke, but then you say Luke. So it's kind of confusing sometimes. Luke and Dookie is kind of, I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, Luke is a hoe. That's just all he's a hoe. Luke Spencer is one of my favorite characters, but at the same time, he's a whore. Like, seriously, Luke ain't nothing but a bona fide hoe. P-I-M-P. Luke tells a woman that he loves them, and Luke, stop lying. You know your lady is Laura Weber Spencer. You know that's your boo, and you know that. You can continue to lie to yourself. He know damn well his mind is telling him Anna, but his heart is telling him Laura. I'm telling you. I know Luke, and I know Laura is the woman for him. Some people say Tracy is, but no, I don't think so. I think Laura is the right one for him due to the fact they've been through way more. They got kids, and they've been through adventures. Like him and Tracy, all they argue about is her money and dumb shit. Like, seriously, he's better off with Laura. But I kind of felt bad for Laura too, because I mean, she was sitting in the dark watching her husband slobbing down another woman. Like, you know, she was of course she was a little upset by that, because that's her man. Like, that's been her husband for over 20 years, even though they're not married currently, but still, I still consider them, you know, that's her husband. You know, when you've been married from 1983 to 2001, that's a long time in soap history. That's a long marriage. So I still call him her husband and her his wife. Even though they're not legally married anymore, they haven't been for years, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Anyway, the reunion between Laura and Lulu, I loved it, and how she mentioned Lucky and that she was in Ireland with him last year. When the fuck is Lucky coming back? Jonathan Jackson, bring him back. Fuck Nashville. Take him off Nashville and bring him on General Hospital. Matter of fact, why he can't do both? Nashville is a primetime show and it's on the same network as General Hospital, so why not bring him back? I think if they give him better storylines, he would come back. Because you know he wasn't filling them storylines that they gave him when he left. That's the reason why he left. I have not seen Lucky in 2 years. Bring him back so we could really get a Spencer reunion. Because all this, you know, 2/3 or 3, you know, just having half the Spencers there, I mean, it's good, but we need all. It's either all or nothing, people. Come on now. But of course, the powers that be are not going to let that happen. Jackasses. Ron and Frank just need to go. Be fired. Bring some... in a weird way, I'd rather have Guzza back. Because he would have never... I mean, come on now. Some of the shit that they're writing, I'd rather have Guzza back. At least then Steve Burton might still be with the damn show. Because Guzza never would have let Steve go. That's a hell no. Guzza, please. He would have never let that fool go. No. But that's another subject. Anyway, like I was saying, it was good that she mentioned Lucky. He was in Ireland. They talked. And surprisingly, she didn't mention Nicholas, that she talked to Nick. You know, her other son. The Cassadine. For those of you who don't know. But Laura, let me tell you something. She's beautiful. She's ageless. She's the queen of Port Charles. I call her the queen of Port Charles because she is. She's pretty much the matriarch of Port Charles. And I love her. If I was just 20 years older, trust me, it'd be a situation between me and her. I'm just saying. But yeah, she's freaking ageless. Like, she's gorgeous for her age. Her and Lulu, definitely good to see the two of them together. And Lulu was like a kid in a candy store. She was so happy to see her mother, and it was so good because, you know, she has not seen her mother in a long time. It's been a long time since Lulu's seen her mom. So it's good that they, you know, sat down and reunited. In the way Laura was asking her, was Luke dating anybody? And, you know, Laura still got a thing for Luke. That's her man. That's her boo. But, I think she was looking for confirmation on whether or not Luke was dating somebody, because I think something is going on between her and Scott Baldwin. Because remember, he hopped on the plane with her when she went to Paris back in 2008 when she left the show. And my guess is they hooked up. They've been dating probably since then or whatever like that. But she wanted to see if Luke was fucking with anybody. But now that she know that he kind of messing with Anna, she's resuming her relationship probably with Scott. I'm not sure if that's the case, but we shall find out when Scott comes back. Anyway, it was good to see them again. The Johnny STARR scene, I didn't really care for that scene. But damn, Johnny Zacchara got 20 years. Damn. And I'm guessing there ain't no parole. So what are they going to do with Brandon Barrage? Like, what are they going to do with him? Like, is he fired? I still haven't read anything that says that he's exiting the show. Normally, when someone gets 20 years in prison, they make an announcement that the guy is leaving the show. How? I don't know. But good luck, Brandon. You still got the group Port Chuck, so you still got some acting things going. You still got the music group with Steve Burton, so good luck in your future endeavors, I guess. That damn, the powers that be. I cannot stand Frank and Ron. Like, seriously, you need to boost up your roster. So apparently Johnny signed over his 50% of the Hornet Star to STARR. Isn't it just lovely how people who have no experience in owning a business can just own a business just like that? Ain't that cool? Starr has no experience in running a club. Well, co-owning a club. She has no experience, but I think this is going to be very interesting to see Lulu and Starr running the club together. I think it's going to be interesting. But at least we ain't got to worry about Starr trying to go after Michael money. You know, she going to be bringing some money into the table instead of trying to live off a trust fund. Anyway, call me crazy, but I think it was a little rude the way Starr came up in there interrupting the mother-daughter time. I think that was a little rude. You could have waited, but I love how she showed respect to Laura because she is a legend. And I just love the respect that Starr had for Laura, because you want to know what? Laura is a freaking legend on this show, and I think all the legends need to be shown respect by the younger, by the younger cast. So it's good that she had that respect. And she informed Lulu about their new partnership, so I'm kind of happy about that, because I definitely want to see where this is going to go. Maybe some hair might be pulled. Anyway, the Frisco Felicia scenes, it kind of brought back old memories of the two of them. But I agree, they are horrible parents. Like, seriously, the way they just ditched their kids, like, come on now, you're horrible. Mac, brother, you might as well step aside, because Frisco ain't going down without a fight. One way or another, Frisco is going to get his bitch back. That's all I gotta say. I don't know who I'm rooting for, Mac or Frisco. Who are y'all rooting for is what I want to know. Because Mac and Frisco are both old school characters. So who are y'all rooting for? Are y'all team Mac? Here's the thing. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm asking y'all. Are y'all team Scorpio or are y'all team Jones? Which one are y'all? I don't know what team I'm on. I don't really know if I'm rooting for Frisco or if I'm rooting for Mac. I don't know. Honestly, I don't freaking know. But it looks like Felicia got a freaking choice to make. Because trust me, I think she's still in love with Frisco. But I think she loves Mac. And I think she's with Mac out of obligation right now, because remember when she was with Mac before, she left Mac for Frisco. So I don't think she wants to make that decision again. She's trying not to hurt him. But I could definitely still see the chemistry between Frisco and Felicia. So it's kind of, I don't freaking know. But Mac needs to stop talking down about himself just because he's a bartender. So what? Bartending is a respectable job. Like, you were a cop for years, so you could be happy about that. At least you had a career before you became a bartender, so it ain't all that bad. You make good tips and good money. Anyway, TJ. This boy is starting to piss me off now. Like, TJ and Sean act like they know John McBain. I mean, yeah, John McBain's no killer or nothing like that, and it's Caleb that's doing all this, but they don't know that. But at the same time, y'all just met John McBain a year ago. Y'all don't even know John that well. So to sit there and say John is a good guy, he wouldn't kill anybody, so Rafe is lying, you're judging somebody without actually knowing them. And they don't know Rafe. And neither, like, TJ knows nothing about Rafe. You never had a conversation with him. You don't know nothing about his background. You don't know nothing about his mother. And yet you claim he's guilty of sin. I think 90% of that is jealousy. Pure jealousy. And then when he called Molly or whatever to warn her about Rafe, talking about, oh, well, I'll come over and make sure that you're alright. Why do you need to come over and make sure she's alright if she's telling you on the phone that she's alright? She just told you over the phone. I'm just saying, like, seriously, back down. He's starting to piss me off. I really honestly believe that the powers that be really want us to not like TJ at this point. By the way they're writing him, They definitely are setting up for Rafe and Molly, and at this point, I'm hoping that it happens. I'm just saying, because I think Rafe and Molly got chemistry. And I'm not that high on TJ anymore. I think he was a decent kid when he first came on the show, and he was decent for Molly. Only reason why I kind of liked him with Molly was because it pissed Alexis off in the beginning. That's why I liked it. But now it's just like you're becoming way too controlling, way too jealous, and you need to have a couple of seats. And Rafe, the chemistry between him and Molly, I like it. KRISTINA don't really care about her being in the scene. I don't care. You can go to Pettonville and do your community service. I don't care. Bye-bye. And I love how Rafe cares so much about Molly, like, because he really don't want to stay at her house because he feels like he's putting her in a bad situation. He don't want her to be an accessory, or he don't want her to be, you know, harboring a fugitive, you know, anything that's going to get her charged. He's trying to look out for her, and I respect that, because at least he does care about her, and he's telling her the truth that he didn't kill anybody. So he's a pretty decent guy. Like, you know, I think Rafe is a cool kid. I wish that he kind of was the real Morgan Corinthos, but if he's going to stay on the show as Rafe, I'm cool with that too, because he could definitely be Sonny's kid. But, anyway, this episode was pretty good. It wasn't that boring. Certain parts was, and I didn't care for certain parts. But, tomorrow's episode should be probably a little better. What am I missing? Am I missing to talk about somebody? I got this feeling like I'm missing somebody before I end this video. I'm kind of thinking I'm missing somebody. Anyway, before I go, Dante, you're a smug little shit, and I feel bad that John has to get locked up because of his evil twin or his relative or whatever the hell Caleb is, but maybe this is all a dream. Who knows? It might be true. Who knows? I don't know. Hopefully it is, but I feel bad because he did get arrested for some shit that he didn't do. Dante was a smug little shit about it, but, you know, what can you expect from a Corinthos? Anyway, I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday. Well, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And I'll see y'all later. I'm out.